What's up, YouTube? Your boy Lethal back with another one. This is a grind out game for y'all, man. 67 wins, 10 losses. This team is toxic, just toxic as fuck. All right, y'all don't have to take my word for it. Let's just get into it. Point guard, 99 three ball. We knew that. Of course, he has a 93 three ball. But why the fuck does this shooting guard have a 99 three ball? He couldn't go 95. Lockdown, 6'4", but I can't go nowhere. I can't move. Power forward on a new build, but he can still rebound. 90 vertical. But the center, 98 fucking pass accuracy. What? This team is toxic. You saw that they averaged 81 points. That is a lot of fucking points in Pro-Am. A lot of points. Crazy. Now, before we get into this gameplay, because I know that's what y'all came here for, let's just reminisce a little bit. You know, me and the team was just running it up the other day. And we was just talking, and I was telling them, like, man, I can't believe we're in year 3 with this team. And my team was kind of laughing, like, Lethal, like, what the hell are you talking about? You expected us to just leave and quit playing? And I was telling them, like, y'all don't understand. I've been doing this team shit for a very long time. Like, anybody that's been with me for a minute knows about RDH Hulk. I met Cincy NBA 2K19. We're in NBA 2K25. Right? Me and T-Will met Cincy in NBA 2K19. We met King for NBA 2K21. We met Montage either 20 or 21. But like the core group of guys I have now, everybody has kind of been there for either 3 years or more. And they like, yeah, but you know, the team good. We like playing with one another, and we fuck with the game plan, we fuck with the chemistry and all that shit. So yeah, we're gonna keep playing. And I'm like, I appreciate y'all. What y'all have to understand though is through the process of me building this team, building this concept, these players that I'm playing with now will want somebody else. Right? So the scores I have, Savage, Montage, Blades. And once upon a time, that was RDH Hulk. That was Dynasty. People, if you've been rocking me for a minute, Dynasty was a wild boy. Like, you know, look, again, if the centers, I've had so many centers, so many goddamn centers. I think the last one I had before Jamaica was hard to guard. Right? He was back with us in 21. So like, that's what I'm saying. The fact that they have been here so long at this point amazes me, because I can't believe it. You know, I really planned to retire back in NBA 2K22, because to me that was the worst fucking 2K I ever played in my life. I don't give a fuck who liked it. That shit was bad. Beyond bad. But yeah, like you look at D-Mac or any forward we have. That used to be T-Will. That used to be Perkaholic. You know, the Lockdown, Strap, Loco. That used to be Capilot. You know, like it's been so many players that I played with over the years, to the point where I'm looking at it now with the present team that I have now, and the fact that we done been together for 3 years or more. Everybody's been here for about 3 2Ks or more. It's like, man, what a grind. Thankful to keep this team together. And you know, like I said in another video, it's bigger than just 2K. This team could have easily fell apart, you know, every time life happens. But I'm very thankful for these guys. Now, jumping into this gameplay, another goddamn pick and roll team, man. Pick and roll. Let's talk about it. Let's just break down pick and roll. The reason why pick and roll is hard to defend, is hard, is a very tough strategy to go against, is because it forces a mismatch. That's the simplest terms. I have a point guard, I have a center. If I set this screen you have to choose whether to let me get all the way around to the rim, or you got to give me the switch and get this center to guard me while the guard is now guarding the center. Either way, I'm gonna fuck you up off this matchup. It's very tough to defend. Not to mention the offensive capability of being able to grab the offensive rebound and have two guys with 99 3-ball to knock shit down. Right? Now, of course, I don't know how well Dimer actually works this year. Typically, my thing is to have at least 90 pass accuracy on the build as a point guard. So 98 is very OD to me. Like, that's wild. But 98 pass accuracy, 299 3-balls. You got a lockdown. You got a power forward who can rebound, high vertical. Yeah, I can see why this team has won so many games. To beat them, I ain't gonna lie, to beat them, you gotta be so locked in defensively and so willing to not give up threes that it's damn near impossible if you ain't got no type of chemistry. Now, defending pick and roll comes down to not playing individual defense. Lethal, what do you mean by that? What's individual defense? Individual defense is when you're trying to stop you're trying to stop your individual man, or you're just simply trying to stop the team. Granted, the whole point defensively, you're missing what I'm saying. And this is a high level IQ conversation. When you play that 2-3 zone, you have to understand what 2-3 zone is doing and what's it going to give up, right? 2-3 zone is weak on the boards. It just is. There's no way around that. If a motherfucker sets a screen and he comes up wide open to the point where the nigga playing in the middle has to step up and contest the 3-ball, what does it leave open? A 7-footer with a 96 offensive rebound to grab the fucking rebound. There's nothing much for the corners to do, because if you leave that damn corner, or if you go out on the break just because a shot went up, you giving this motherfucker with 96 offensive rebound and 98 pass accuracy a chance to dot your motherfucking face off. Because you're playing as an individual, right? So I tell people all the time, like, you have to play as a team. So if this motherfucker is setting a screen, instead of my center stepping all the way up to defend the 3-point line, the nigga that's sitting over there in the wing, hedge. Make that point guard think before he actually pulls the trigger on that jump shot. Now, let's say the pick and roll is operating from the wing. The corner, hedge, make that motherfucker think before he just pulls a jump shot. You don't have to worry about getting beat back door. That's the whole purpose of the center sitting in the middle of the court. The hardest time to score against any team is when a big man can just sit in the middle of the fucking court. This is why 2-3 is so powerful. They play the passing lanes well, and they make scoring opportunities hard, right? Because of the passing lane pressure and the fact that you have somebody just sitting right at the basket. You can't go get an easy bucket. The whole purpose of running 5 out is to purposely not have a motherfucker sitting in the middle of the court, right? So it's a contrast of styles. Typically, pick and roll teams do not like playing against 5 out, and 5 out teams don't like playing against pick and roll, right? Now, of course, with chemistry and time, you adapt over the years. So for us at this point, it doesn't really matter what we go up against. It's just whether we win or lose. None of that other shit matters. But when you just starting out and you going against these teams that run these different concepts, you never seen the way they rotate. Like, you know, I believe a lot of people just starting out believe 2-3 is only ran one way. I've seen 2-3 ran 5 different ways. 5. And because I've seen it so much, yes, I have the answer to it every single time. But it's very hard when a team has chemistry, they rotating way faster than you think, and they do things automatic, meaning as soon as your foot steps on this part of the court, they're already rotating because it's already in the defensive scheme to do so. So, hey man, going against these pick and roll teams is always going to be a fucking challenge. 99 3 ball, 98 pass accuracy. And me, I'm somebody that never hates on somebody else's strategy. Like, whatever you think is the best way for your team to win, run that shit. Because that's the whole purpose of going against each other anyways. You got this strategy that you think is fire, that you think is tough to beat. As you can see, they played 77 games and won 67 of them. Then they're right. Their strategy is very tough to beat. Saw us, 45 wins, 10 losses. Our strategy is very tough to beat. It is what it is. Like, so when we go against each other for at least this one game, we'll just get a chance to see whose strategy works better. Now, the reason why I always try to run series against people is because you never prove nothing after one game. One, a team does not know what you're going to do. Like, for all intents and purposes, they can have a better version of a lockdown the lockdown can have another lockdown build that's better than the one that he's using. And he gets to adjust to that the next game. Does that make sense? So because of that, I always like running series because you get to find out what a team is made out of once the losing team gets to adjust. Right? When you win, you never have to adjust anything. Right? Because you won. Like, whatever your strategy or what you was designed to do worked the way it was supposed to work. When you lose, though, and you get a chance to adjust, that's when you get to see, okay, if we do this, we should be able to change the outcome. But at that point, if you're not changing the outcome, then you must kind of concede defeat and admit that the other team is better. Their strategy is better. Their personnel is better. You know, after a series, you can't say that it's not. So, in this particular game, scoring for me is not like I'm just go ahead and say it. I am not the primary scorer on my team. I'm gonna say it one more time. I'm not the primary scorer on my team. The way the concept works for me is to play with guys who can score all 21. Letha, where the hell that come from? So, this strategy that me and RDH Hawk came up with came from us playing 2v2 in the park. And the way it works is, I don't care what we're going up against, we should be able to defend it. And both of us must be capable of scoring all 21 points within the game. All 21. So everybody I play with, I expect them to be able to score all 21. Whether you have a 3-ball, whether you have a mid-range, whether you can go dunk it doesn't matter. If I put you on a team, it's because I believe you can play defense, meaning guard whatever comes your way, and then score all 21 points. Like me, myself, I had to develop my own style in scoring 21 points. Right? Hence me taking mid-range, figuring out how to get to the rim, how I want to maneuver and dribble and all that other stuff. For my teammates, if you got a 3-ball, hey, all you got to do is knock down 7 threes. But within that, you also have mid-range capability. You also have backdoor cuts. You also have the ability to post up and score. I don't care how you do it, just make sure you're able to score all 21 points. And if both of us are capable of scoring all 21 points, well, if I score 10 points and you score 11, that should make it easier. That's the way the whole concept works. So I myself am not the primary scorer on the team. The primary scorers are the people like Montage would be a primary scorer. Savage, Loco, Blaze, those guys will be primary scorers. Right, they're probably going to get the most shot attempts just based off the fact that they don't have this 99 perimeter guy trying to chase them all goddamn game. That's why the strategy works. Right, if we're playing 2v2 and you put the 99 guy on me, well, you should be free to score one-on-one against your dude because he's not going to have the same defensive capability. And then vice versa. If the 99 defense guy is guarding you, okay, I can score 21 points my way. I can post up, go dunk it, shoot the mid-range, but he's not going to be good enough defensively to defend me. And then let's just say they have 2 lockdowns. Well, it's a grit and grind game. If they have 2 lockdowns, them motherfuckers can't dribble. So our defense can turn us into offense and we can win that way. So that's the way the strategy works. It's a total team concept. It's not on me, right? If you look at that box score at the end of the game, I very rarely will ever have the most shot attempts. Just honest to God truth. So coming down, as we head into the fourth quarter soon, we're at the end of the third, I noticed something about their pick and roll. They over dribble way too fucking much. And most teams we go against, that's tend to be the point guard's problem. They over dribble so much. They didn't already broke you down off a move. And instead of being ready to shoot because they don't anticipate being that open, they throw in another dribble move, which allows you to recover defensively, and then they end up trying to take a tough shot. Another thing I noticed, they don't really involve their corners too much. Pick and roll teams, why do you not involve the corner? My whole strategy is to make you pay for playing some dumbass defense. That's the whole concept behind this shit. I'm gonna make you pay for playing some dumbass defense. Why do these pick and roll teams never involve their corner? Them motherfuckers are lucky to get 1, maybe 2 shot attempts out the game, which is stupid. It's stupid. If you make the corner a priority, I guarantee you it opens up your entire offense. The teams that we had lost to that play pick and roll, that's why we lost to them. It's because they catch the corners sleeping, throw that bitch there, that motherfucker knock it down, or he'll step up and get to the midi. Like, basically, he just makes these guys better scorers than what they actually are. And if you play against a team that only operates between the point guard and the center, or it only operates between the 2 guards in the center, like this team does, eventually you're making the corners defense more aggressive because they now know they don't have to worry about their man getting the ball. You have to keep them honest. When I bring the ball down the court, my team never knows who's going to get the ball. But they all are ready and expected to be ready to try to score. Or play make, one of the two. They have no clues. It's not like I'm coming down, like, okay, I'm going to come down, Savage, you the main scorer, I'm going to just give you the ball every single time. No. I try to make you pay through all 5 fucking positions. I'm looking at the defense. I'm seeing who's helping, who's hedging, where the rotation is, all that shit. So I just want to make you pay. I just want to make you look stupid every single time. Every single time. So coming down to this fourth quarter, I was going to be fine with however it went down just simply because I didn't feel like they could score. I'm just being, I didn't feel like they could score. Like, we was making it hard. Once I got the corner's attention, like, I had D-Mac come up, he started helping. Savage was helping from his corner and all. Like, once everybody was locked in defensively, I didn't care how the quarter was going to go. I just figured we had the best chance of winning if it remained the way it was going. Like, and on top of that, we started doing a better job of just getting back on defense. That's always my biggest thing when we play against pick and roll teams and teams that had that center with that highest pass accuracy. My biggest fear is every time he gets a rebound, we don't get back defensively to stop them from shooting threes on the break. And that's why I always think we'll lose against teams that play like this, especially when they have a really good record, because if they can just throw it on the break and take these threes without a contest, they're more than likely going to make them with a 99 3 bar. I'm just being honest with you. But for me, like I said, I wasn't too worried about nothing because I didn't think they could score. Like, bro, y'all have 299 3-ball guys trying to pretty much ISO off of a screen. That's your whole offense game plan. You ain't look. My corner guy then came all the way up. He down there helping in the paint because y'all have never included these motherfuckers in your offensive game plan. And the sad part about it is this lockdown that's sitting in the corner and the power forward, they're doing all the defensive work. How is it that you can have the two guys doing the most for you defensively touch the ball the least? That doesn't, you have to reward your teammates. Now, obviously, I'm not trying to tell these guys how to run their team. They done won 67 goddamn games. However they running their shit works. And I tell my teammates all the time, as long as you win, everybody's content, everybody's happy. Like me, I couldn't necessarily play without touching the ball. Like, I don't know if I could sit corner, play all that defense and sit corner and never touch it. But I guarantee you I would be more content to do so if we're winning ball games. Like, we're consistently winning and you're proving to me that, you know, all you need me to do is just play defense and sit in the corner. I can kind of get behind that as long as we win it. Like, for me, I try to develop a culture where it's okay if we lose, right? Clearly, I don't want to lose. I'm pissed off if we lose, but it's okay if we lose, because if I sit there and try to make it all about me and tell oh, y'all got to give me the ball every single possession and, you know, it's my way or the highway. If I played that type of ball, it'll go back to what I was saying in the beginning of the video. Jamaica would be hard to guard, or D-Mac would be perkaholic. Strap would be dynasty. You know. So on and so forth. Like, these guys wouldn't be here. That's what I'm saying. It's not that I ran that type of style before or nothing like that, but I know the history of playing 2K, trying to build a team and trying to get everybody to buy in. It's very hard to do. And it took me, you know, getting some guys that are a little bit younger, probably a little bit more receptive to listen, things like that. And it's turned into something beautiful because now we're playing against some of the best teams in the world. And we have a chance to win game in and game out because of it. And that's all you can ask for. So the wins are great. Of course, I expect to win, but if we lose, so what? You know, we played hard. We'll play again the next day or the next time. It doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, these are my guys. And because we're the best team in the world, you got to prove to us that you can beat us. Simple as that. With that being said, I hope y'all enjoyed today's video. This team is very tough. Their record was legit. I'm glad we kept them from getting 81 points. But this game is also the game that helped your boy rep up a little bit. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, that meter moving slow than a bitch. That meter slowed in a motherfucker. I can't believe how long it took me just to get to starter 2. Because that's all I got to. Motherfuckers is damn near at starter 5 and I'm at starter 2. But anyway, like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate all the love and support. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. I'm out.